I'm live. Wow, what a journey to get here today. Technology keeps changing and I have to keep up, but it looks like I am live. Now I just hope that my friends, my sewing friends, can find me here at SCHMETZ Needles Facebook Live. Oh, good. I see a couple comments already. Kathy, Patty, excellent. Where are you from, Patty? Where are you from, Kathy? Let's get this started. Oh, Elizabeth is from Mexico. Oh, I think of beaches when I think of Mexico. Oh, okay. Terry just got on. She said she goofed, but she sees me now. Well, I think I've been the one that's been goofing with this silly technology. It used to be so simple, but technology changes, and I guess I have to change too. So probably some user error there. So my name is Rhonda Pierce. We'll just let people log in from Orlando, Jennifer from Orlando, Joelle from Oregon, Barbara from Missouri, Kathy from sunny Florida. Oh my. Patty from Indiana. Oh goodness, Heidi is here. Heidi is in the house. Terry from Iowa. Sherry Joe says, yay, she found me. I'm so glad. Trudy, oh goodness, Trudy's here from Nova Scotia, Canada. And you know, that's a province I've never been to. I have visions of lots of trees and beautiful water. I so want to go to Nova Scotia. SJ from Missouri. Well, we've got people from all over the country, and I'm thrilled to have you from coast to coast. My name is Rhonda Pierce. I'm thrilled to be here today through the miracle and frustration of technology. Today is my second episode of SCHMETZ Swim, SWIM. That's See What I Made. Last week I showed my Thangles Christmas salad with 1-inch Thangles that I think that was at least a 15, if not a 17 or 18 year project. So that was the first project I finished during the pandemic, the current pandemic. Today, in this second episode, I'm going to talk about and show you another recent project that I finished, and I'm calling it my Memorial Hearts. Some of you may or may not know that my husband died last November. And actually, it was 6 months ago on Monday. And this week, we would have celebrated our 26th wedding anniversary. I'm not sad. I'm not gloomy. I hug the past and I look forward to the future. Death is part of life, and I had a great life with my husband, Dick, and I miss him, of course. And so I was thinking, well, how do I want to put my memories into fabric or memorialize him? My husband loved shirts. My husband loved cotton Oxford shirts. He had a huge closet of shirts. Some of those he kind of outgrew, or I suppose he could have lost weight too, but he had a wide assortment of sizes in his shirts, but they were beautiful. I loved the colors. He had a great sense of fashion. So I decided to, out of all of his shirts, I saved about a dozen of them. The rest I gave away to Goodwill and to a program that that worked with released prisoners who were getting back into the workforce. So I donated a lot of his slacks and shirts, and he only had one suit, but he had really great sports jackets, so he was always well dressed. Anyway, back to the shirts. So I purged his closet. I saved about a dozen of his shirts. And what I did was I cut them up into 3-inch strips. So here, these are just some of the scraps from his shirts. You can see the plaids. This one was one of my favorite. I love the pink and blue, and he wore pink suspenders with this particular shirt. But he had some solid pastels. Here's another pastel check that always looked good. And then for fall, he had deeper colors of browns and reds and blues. So what I did was I made up trios, 3 different fabrics, and I did strip piecing. Of course, when I was doing my strip piecing, I was thinking about Eleanor Burns and how she taught us to do strip piecing. So I combined 3 different 3-inch strips and just did strip piecing. Then I took, I think it was a Pellon product that was sticky on one side, and I ironed this on to give some stability to my fabric. Now I know you don't know what my project is yet, but did I tell you what the name is? My Memorial Hearts? Yes, that's right. I made hearts, fabric hearts. So I made a template. This heart here is about 6 inches tall and about 5.5 inches wide. I thought that would be a nice size, so I could just actually place it on the different fabric. And then when I realized, oh my goodness, because I don't work with a lot of templates, but after I cut the template, the heart out from the paper, I realized, oh, well, I do have a little template here, so I can actually audition the hearts. So that was kind of fun. And then I cut them out. So here's a heart. And here's another heart. Whoops, can you see? There we go. The solid hearts. So I made all of these hearts. I don't know, I made like 20 or so different hearts. And then I mounted them on a gold metallic fabric. Oh goodness, there's kind of a little glare there. I mounted on a gold metallic paper. I think the original paper size was 8.5 by 12, so I had to cut it down to 8 by 10 because that's what the size of the frame is. I used double sticky tape to mount the heart on the background paper, and then just framed it. So I think it turned out really, really nice. So I've got several of these that I thought I'd just show you. Here's another one that's a favorite. I loved Dick's shirts, and he kind of had a reputation for wearing great looking shirts. So I thought the shirt was a great way to memorialize. So what I'm going to do is to give these to his kids and to his grandkids. And I was hoping to go in February or March to go see them in the Detroit area. But first there were winter snowstorms. And then what happened? The pandemic happened. So I'm not really sure when I'll be going to the Detroit area. Here's another one. I really like this combo of the three different plaids. So just an easy way to memorialize my husband. Because I do love to sew, I was thinking, I should actually just sew, stitch around the perimeter of the heart. And then I thought, the stitches might kind of take away from the heart. And then I thought, I kind of risk having puckered fabrics. So I decided against doing the stitching. So I think that, and because the heart is actually mounted with double stick tape onto the paper and behind glass, I think that it'll be okay. I thought about doing his name on a little name card here, or even doing embroidery on the paper with his name and birth year and death date. But then again, I thought it was getting a little bit too complicated. So I actually, so I actually, I actually made up these little labels. I found these pre-made labels and I just wrote his name down with the years. But you know what? Because this is such a cheap cardboard, these stickers don't stick. They're not living up to the name. The stickers aren't sticking. So, yeah, I guess well, maybe I can use some more double stick tape or maybe even some glue to attach this on the back. So anyway, this is how I memorialize my husband with fabric by creating these wonderful hearts. And gosh, I'd like to know what you've done to memorialize someone that you've loved, whether it was a husband or maybe a parent or a brother or sister or friend. There's so many different ways. You know, I thought about making a teddy bear or teddy bears, but then I thought, oh gosh, that's so time intensive. I was afraid that I really wouldn't get that done. So the heart was perfect for me. I was able to crank out about 12 of the hearts just within 2 days. So Christine has said that her mother loved to do embroidery and to embellish blouses, and there were enough that they could make quilts with the embroidered and embellished blouses. Oh, that's a nice idea. Let's see, what else do we have? Millie says, memories in our heart are there for us to remember on the days we are so down, they will bring us happiness. I do agree. Yes, actually, I will tell you that I did post about this project on my personal blog, which you can find over at sewmorestitches.com. And I posted it last night, so you can actually see more step outs on how I made the memorialized heart. So you can check that out if you like. So does anybody have a picture that they can post in the comments of things that they've made to memorialize? I'd love to see some ideas. Let's see. Anne says, great inspiration, Rhonda. I may just get to work on my dad's flannel shirts. Oh, you know, I love working with flannel shirts. That'll be a fun project. Let me see. I'm just trying to go through some of the comments. It's kind of awkward looking at comments and talking at the same time. Like I said, I'm not gloomy or dreary. I had a great life with my husband, so you know, life does go on. So Joelle says her daughter took her husband's shirts and made a lap quilt. Well, that's great. Sherry Jo says she took Grandpa's shirts and made aprons. Oh, I like that idea. Patty said her mom made brag quilts and put pictures on some of the squares. That's a great idea. Pictures, everyone loves pictures. Anne says they use some of the flannel shirts to make pillows. That's a good one too. Oh, okay. You can't post a photo here. Well, darn it. Darn it. Okay. Well, I guess what we'll do is Paul is in the side wing. He's always nearby. Would you select someone that's made a comment as to things that they've made for memorial? And I'll announce it right here. So Paul's going through all the comments right now, and he's going to select a random name, and that person will win this wonderful bundle of Island Batiks. Aren't these pretty? This collection here is called Whispering Feathers. And I love all these different colors and the different patterns. I love sewing on batiks. Well, now, my question to you is, what needle would you use when you're sewing on batiks? Well, I would use a Microtex. Normally, my favorite needle is a size 80 Microtex, but I think this looks like a little bit finer batik, so I would probably use a size 70 rather than a size 80 Microtex. So whoever wins this will also win a little collection, a little bundle of SCHMETZ needles. So in here I have the SCHMETZ Microtex that I just talked about. And I think if you've been with me before, you know how the SCHMETZ chrome needles work. On the cards, the upper left-hand corner identifies the needle type, so purple for Microtex, and the lower right-hand corner identifies your needle size. So size 70, no matter what the needle type, will always be green. These two colors match the color bands that are actually on the physical needle. So whoever wins these island batiks will also get the SCHMETZ Microtex size 70 needle. They will receive a universal size 80. Oh, here comes Paul. Paul, why don't you come over here? Oh, you know what? I just happen to know who this is.
Was that good or bad?
Well, I adore this person, but you know what? They've won before.
Hi, everybody.
This is Paul.
I do exist.
He does exist. Can you grab another name? Well, we try to share the love. So they'll also receive SCHMETZ Chrome Universal. As you may know, universal needles have only one band of color, and that's to identify the size. So size is always in your the lower right-hand corner, and orange for size 80. And our newest needle is the SCHMETZ Super Non-Stick, and I've included a size 70 right here. Can't use the T word for Teflon, but it's a non-stick surface. So if you do machine embroidery, machine applique, if you work with oilcloth or splash fabric, Velcro, this is a great needle to use. In fact, recently I made a mask for my dad, and I didn't have elastic. So what I did was on the upper tie, I actually put Velcro, so it would be easy for him to secure on his head. Okay, so Paul just gave me the winning name. So Christine, is it Fisher with an F? Fisher. Christine Fisher, you are the winner. You are the winner of the Island Batik Fabric. So what I want you to do is we'll send you a quick message, and you can reply with your shipping address. And then Christine will also win these combo packs of needles. So these needles have universal, jeans, stretch, Microtex, top stitch, and of course in assorted sizes. So that's a great giveaway for today. All right, so maybe next time, wow, there's a learning curve here, and maybe I'm a little slower than everyone else. So maybe we'll set up a page in the future where you can post pictures of projects that you've been working on, or we'll find some alternative way where I can see what you've been making, because I love to see what everyone's making. You inspire me. You know, I really miss going to all the different shows. All my shows have been canceled. The most recent one was the Great Wisconsin Quilt Expo in Madison, Wisconsin. That was scheduled for September, so that's the most recent one to be canceled. My Shipshewana Quilt Festival in June was canceled. Quilt Canada was canceled. Um, International Quilt Market was canceled. International Quilt Festival in Long Beach was canceled. So many cancellations, but I'm right here. I'm on Facebook, and so I'm watching your posts. And Christine, I see your message. She's so excited. You made the rainy day here brighter. Thank you. Thank you, Paul, for selecting Christine's name. Okay, so I want to thank you for showing up last week and this week. Last week's winner was Laura from Minnesota, and she won the Shannon Fabrics quilt bundle, which was wonderful, and of course some SCHMETZ needles. So I'm going to wrap things up here. It's almost 22 minutes. Let me look at some of the questions here. I've shown you what I wanted to show you here today, and that's the memorial hearts that I made for my husband. And if you've got any needle questions, oh gosh, we had more than one Christine watching, but let's see. Any needle questions? Nita's been working on a lot of face covers and masks. She's ready to complete a couple quilt tops. Heidi says that the SCHMETZ Super Nonstick needles are her favorite. Yay, Heidi! Perfect for applique, backed on adhesives. That's right. Barbara says she loves the color coding. Well, okay, I'm just going to wrap things up here. This is just a friendly hello to you out there during these crazy times. I'll be back again next Wednesday. God willing and technology willing, I'll be able to fumble my way through. I'll have more prizes. And Christine, I'll be sending you a personal message through SCHMETZ Needles or Rhonda Pierce so that we can collect your address. I want to tell everyone to keep on sewing. It's a great craft, a great art. It can be a great business. And it's a great thing to do during these questionable times. So SCHMETZ, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.